What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. Sell media full-time, 99% Amazon. This video is 100% Amazon related. If you didn't know, on Wednesday, Amazon came out with their new and improved fee structure for the year 2024, right? We kind of been talking about how fees, at least myself, I always expect fees to go up on every platform every single year, especially when inflation is so high. So I'm here to break down all of these fees, and unfortunately all of you that clicked in from the clickbait thumbnail thinking that this is the end of selling on Amazon, selling media on Amazon, you are sorely mistaken. This is just a little kind of pothole in the road. It's not even really a big one, but I want to break everything down and kind of give you guys my input. And I'll be popping this stuff up. They sent out an email. If you didn't get the email, you can go on Seller Central. You see it on the news on the right-hand side of the homepage on the desktop version of Seller Central. So let's jump into some of this craziness, right? Because if you look at the email, it's worded in a way, like, I'm gonna pop up some of those GIFs where people are like trying to figure out, you know, who did this and how did, like, the equations are impossible to figure out. They don't put it in, you know, kind of resellers baby first grade terms, right? They do a lot of things to make it seem like it's not so bad. and good on them, right? They use their own lingo. They kind of make things mysterious, but we kind of can break down what we have so far. So the first one we see here is we'll introduce an inbound placement service fee. So the way you can think about this in today's world is if you use inventory placement, right? So I don't want to deal with split shipments. I got all these boxes. I don't want to have to put 2 items in a box, 10 items in a box, 30 items in a box. I pay per item to have those items all go to the same shipment, fit in the same box, no split shipments for me. So what I'm understanding from this here, and like I said, this is not really set in stone, but if you actually click through the link, it actually says there's a premium service, which is what we pay for automatically, right? We automatically opt into this. And now it seems like they have a discounted service, right? So for me, I'm like, what does this even mean? Well, discounted service, send your inventory to multiple inbound locations yourself for a reduced fee or no fee. What caught me here was a reduced fee. From my understanding, if you had split shipments today or before and you were fine with splitting up your stuff, there was no fee at all. But from what I'm reading here, it's saying that there could be a fee, right? They're not saying no fee, they're saying discounted service. So basically, people that have been splitting their shipments up not to pay the inventory placement, now you may pay anyway. So this is one of those things where, hey, Uncle Jeff just needs another 20 cents per item from you. That's how Amazon's gonna cover their bills and make more money, right? At the end of the day, you sell on the platform. You are at the will of the platform. This isn't the end of the world. And listen, if you're small time now or part time and you're fine with splitting up your boxes as you scale your business, you're just going to pay the 30 cents. You know, it'll be a fee come tax time, and you just bake that into your cost of goods. So this one kind of just, what threw me off with this was, if you're going to split shipments and you're going to charge people, you might as well just pay the inventory placement fee and have it all go to one warehouse, right? So that was the first thing that kind of caught my eye here. Next up, we have, on average, we will decrease FBA fulfillment fee rates for standard size products by 20 cents per unit, and for large bulky size products by 61 cents per unit. And this is actually true. You can click on the link right there in the article and you will see that the fees on standard size, which is going to be, you know, your books, your DVDs, your CDs, it's all going down about 20 cents per unit. So, I mean, they're not just screwing us here, right? I mean, they're giving us a little bit back. So this is great. I think this is, you know, something I didn't expect Amazon to do. Usually when you hear these fee things, it's always everything is going up. So something like this, 20 cents per unit, back in your pocket, right? That's exciting news. I have, listen, raise it $2, lower it $2 per unit. So this was a good thing, in my opinion. Glad to see Amazon's not just raising everything across the board. So, and most of our items are standard size unless you have run into a huge book. So let's keep moving along here. All right, this is the one that's got everybody's pissed off. The sky's falling. I'm closing up Amazon. I'm going to Bonanza just because of this one stupid thing here. And we will introduce a low inventory level fee for standard size products. The fee applies if you carry consistently low levels of inventory relative to unit sales, as this inhibits our ability to distribute products across our network, degrading delivery speeds and increasing our shipping costs. Sellers can avoid this fee by maintaining more than 4 weeks of inventory relative to sales. These fees start applying April 1st. So April 1st is when this goes into effect. This is the big one all the resellers have been kind of talking about out there. So we think about it. Low level fees, right? I mean, we're sending in one-offs, right? It's not like I got the color of money. It's not like I got 50 copies of this. So the way we look at this here, well, how much are the fees? Pop that up here as well. You got 89 cents, 63 cents, or 32 cents. So you got a fast moving item, right? Maybe this sells like every day. You send in one, you're gonna pay this fee because you don't have enough inventory to justify this selling every single day. So as a media seller and as people that are maybe only sending in a few units of fast moving things, you got to bake this in going forward starting April 1st. I know it sounds crazy, but listen, that fast moving low value stuff you scan, you like, it sells right away and I'm going to make $2. Well, you ain't going to have enough quantity. So you're looking at an extra 89 cents on those fast moving items that are one-offs. Listen, it's the cost of doing business, right? This could have been a lot worse. I'm not getting beat up over 89 cents, especially as a media seller. If you don't have the margin, I mean, listen, if you can't give up 80, and I've been telling you all to stop selling this low dollar junk. I use the default triggers, they're great. They ain't gonna work. What's $2 gonna do you? You think the triggers are gonna take this into consideration? Maybe, probably not. So this is something where you have to bake this into your buy cost. 89 cents, that is what I'll be doing, and I'll talk about this in future videos when I do a new trigger set come 2024, but 89 cents. It is what it is. Yeah, it adds up, right? You sell 5,000, items and you get hit basically for $1. It's an extra 5,000 bucks in fees in a year. Listen, we all know fees are going up. It's just part of the game. There's no reason to get all beat up. And a good thing about like when something like this comes out, I have all the people in the Discord, right? We got 1 figure, 2 figure, 3 figure, 4 figure, 5 figure, 6 figure, 7 figure, 8 figure, 9 figure, 10 figure sellers over there. And did everybody cry and go to my DMs and say, this is the end, Mike, oh my God. No, everybody's like, okay, well, what are we gonna do going forward? We're gonna source better items. We're gonna build this into our buy cost so we know when we're outsourcing exactly what the real profit's gonna be with this kind of stuff included. So this is the one that's got everybody up in a bunch, but for me, it's business as usual, Like, what are you gonna do? I can cry. I can do... I'm gonna be honest, all right? I love doing these sky is falling videos, right? Because I can have the thumbnail like, oh my God, and there's comets coming, and there's a T-Rex chasing me, and there's aliens, there's Bigfoot. But like, this is just business. It doesn't really deter me. It doesn't even make me think twice. Not once did this come into my mind like, well, I gotta start doing something else because all of a sudden, Amazon isn't feasible because now they want to charge 89 cents per unit. Keep on moving, especially you media sellers. Bake this into your cost. So another benefit here, moving on, since we got over that big hurdle, to help enable you to carry sufficient levels of inventory, we will reduce. Everybody, every time they reduce something, everybody should be snapping or silent clapping. We will reduce the non-peak monthly storage fee for standard size products by an average of 9 cents per cubic foot. I know storage fees aren't that much, but hey, at least they see, all right, we have all this inventory space. Well, let's make it a little bit cheaper. Maybe people will send in more items and take up more of our space, so in turn we can make more money. Extra 9 cents per cubic foot. You look at most people carry around between 50 and 100 cubic feet. So, I mean, you're basically looking at what, an extra $5-10 bucks a month that you're going to save, which is decent. Hey, I mean, you got to take the wins when you can get them, even if they are low. So the last thing we have here for this update, we will expand the returns processing fee to apply to high return rate products in all categories, excluding apparel and shoes. This fee will address the operational cost of returns and reduce waste. The returns processing fee will only apply to products that have the highest return rates relative to other products in their category and will start June 1st. So, what does that mean for media? I don't know. I don't know, like, you know, it's like a lot of people watch The Color of Money and then return it, right? So I don't know what this classifies, but there is going to be a return fee for items in all categories, books, CDs, DVDs, that have high relative returns. And it is pretty hefty. If you click through the link, it's around $2 per item for returns. I know this sucks because how many people abuse returns with Amazon, right? For all of us that go to the UPS store to drop off our FBA shipments, there's always a line of like 60 people returning stuff. I seen a guy the other day, I don't know if he bought 3 or 4 pairs of the same shoes in different sizes, but he had 3 of them that were going back, right? He's got his 3 shoe boxes. And listen, that's, you know, it sucks and Amazon does this, and how we really can figure out what are their high return items in those categories, I don't know, but this is just another thing they tack on to kind of nickel and dime their way to the top. So that is it. I mean, listen, if 89 cents is going to break your business, this ain't the business for you. You shouldn't be operating on those kinds of margins. And like everybody said over in Discord, change, adapt, put it into your buy cost, look for better items. Everybody's tired of hearing that you can't find better stuff. Stop selling the junk. And this kind of smacks all you junk sellers in the face that are selling you that low dollar stuff anyway. So that's kind of the update on the fees. I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried. I'm glad you all clicked through for the cheesy clickbait thumbnail. So that's going to do it. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more Wait, I didn't even really talk about books. Stay tuned for more Amazon fee increasing videos. Bye-bye.